Hello guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, we worked on adding connected user IDs attribute in the user model to fetch mutual connections between two users. Now in this lecture, we will work on some refactoring for displaying the confirmed connections of a user. Okay, but before doing this refactoring, let me show you that what we have right now and what we will do. So here you can see the connections page of the currently signed in user, and here we are displaying all the connections of this user who has the status accepted. Okay, now let's open the members controller and go to the connection action. So switch to the project directory and switch to the project directory and open the members controller. Okay, and in the members controller you can see that we implemented this connection action, and here you can see that we are getting all accepted connections of a user in two different collections as requested connections and received connections, and this is working fine and expected to. But we have one problem here. Due to these two separate collections, we need to iterate through these collections on view template, and this is not a best way to achieve the goal here. For example, you can open the HTML template of this section. So here you can see that in the connections HTML, what we are doing, we are iterating through two different collections, that is requested connections and then received connections. Okay, and this is wrong. We can find all the connected users for a user with our new attribute that we added in the last lecture, and that is connected user IDs. Okay, so just go to the members controller again, and now we can remove these connections. So we can remove these collections. Okay, so remove it, and now what we need to do first, so we need to find the user here, that is at the rate user is equal to user dot find and then params id. Okay, now as the next thing, we need to find all the connected users of this user using the new attribute, that is connected user IDs. Okay, so we can define a new collection, that is at the rate connected users equal to user dot where and then provide id comma at the rate user dot connected user IDs. Okay, and now we need to change this count calculation as well. So what we need to do now, we need to use at the rate connected users dot count. Okay, so just remove this line and here paste it. So what we can do, in the total connections now, at the rate connected users dot count. Okay, now save the controller and come to the connection dot html dot erb. Here you can simply remove this received connection loop. Okay, because we don't need that now. Okay, and in this requested connections, what we need to do, just replace it and we need to paste it here. Okay, now we can also change this object as well, because now we are iterating through the user objects. Okay, or the users collection, so we can replace this connection with the user object. Okay, so user. Okay, and remove this requested as well. So just select all the dot requested and remove it now. Okay, so now we have better thing, and if you go to the browser and refresh the page, you will still see the same output. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to display that how many mutual connection you for this you for every connection. So we need to display that mutual connection count here as a link. Okay, but we will keep that link as dummy. Okay, so right after the member name link, we need to define as variable in the erb. Okay, and here you can see that how we can define the how we can define the variable in the erb template. Okay, so name our member variable as, let's say, mutual connection count. Okay, equal to, and we need to perform the same intersection here that we did in the show action. Okay, so just copy this intersection. Okay, and what we need to do, paste it here and remove this at the rate user from here. Okay, and then perform, just count on it. Okay, and that's it. Now add a link here. Okay, so what we can do to add the link, we can just copy this link here, and now we will paste our variable, and now we will replace our variable here. Okay, but to make this link as static for now, so what we can do, javascript void and 0, and now remove this h4 tag, and what we will do instead here, we will just use the small tag. Okay, and then in the small tag, what we can do, remove the user profile and use the pluralize helper method. and here use this mutual connection count and provide the string as mutual connection. Okay, save it and now go to the browser and refresh the page. When you refresh the page now, after every name you will see that 10 mutual connections here, 10 mutual connections, 10, 3 mutual connection, 3 mutual connections. Okay, so now we are able to see the mutual connection count as dummy link after every username. Okay, or after every connection username. Okay, and now we just need to change this text to text primary. Okay, but here we need to do one more change. Like if this mutual connection count is 0, I mean if user is not mutually connected with other user, then it will show 0 mutual connection. Okay, and that does not make any sense. Why? Because if it is 0, then we should not display this link. So what we can do here, we can add a condition that only show this link if mutual connection count is greater than 0. Okay, so mutual connection count greater than 0, and then indent this link within the condition. Okay, now end this condition and refresh the browser. And when you refresh the browser, oh, there is some syntax error. Let me see. Okay, I just need to put if here. Okay, now go to the browser and refresh the page, and you will still see the same output. Okay, and this is much better solution to fetch all connected users for any user in the system. Now you may think that why we did not do this initially when we implemented the requested and received connections, and that was intentional because I wanted to show you that how we can improve mistakes over the time. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say here. So try this lecture at your end, and we will meet into the next lecture where we will work on showing the mutual connections as a separate page. Okay, till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.